Has your child been diagnosed with HLHS and you aren't quite sure what that means or what it is, even though the doctor has told you and there are so many big words and it's so confusing and you're going through a lot right now? Don't worry, I am here to help you. My name is Elizabeth Doomford and my son has HLHS. So, originally I had filmed this on my camera and the film footage was corrupt, so I am using StreamYard. So don't be alarmed that this looks like my live stream kind of setup. It's because it is. But I'm not doing this as a live stream because I have to go back and edit things because I am very awkward. So a quick little disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. If you have questions or concerns, I strongly recommend you go see your family doctor, your pediatrician, or your cardiologist. And with that out of the way, let's jump into what HLHS is. So this is a website which I will leave linked below, as well as I'll also make sure to link it in all future videos for this week. But so this website has a bunch of information about what HLHS is. So HLHS is hypoplastic left heart syndrome. There is a similar diagnosis that is called hypoplastic right heart syndrome, and it's HRHS. So hypoplastic left heart syndrome, what is it? It is a birth defect that affects the blood flow throughout the heart as the baby develops during pregnancy and stuff. The left side of the heart does not form correctly. Hypoplastic left heart syndrome is one of the congenital heart defects, which is why I'm talking about it during Congenital Heart Defect Week. So congenital means present at birth. Because babies with this defect require surgery after birth, HLHS is considered a critical congenital heart disease. So these are the things that occur with HLHS. So the left ventricle is underdeveloped, it's too small. There's a picture here. Can I go into a larger view? Yeah. So, okay, so this is a normal heart, and this is what the HLHS heart looks like. So if you can see, the lower ventricle is underdeveloped here, and so the pulmonary artery here is underdeveloped. And yeah, so let's get back to what this is. The left ventricle is underdeveloped and too small. The mitral valves is not formed or very small. The aortic valve is not formed, very small. The ascending portion of the aorta, so that's that is this here. This is the aorta. See, it's underdeveloped. So it's underdeveloped or too small. Often babies with hypoplastic left heart syndrome also have arterial septal defect, which is a hole between. So let's see if this picture shows. So there'll be like a hole between right here. This is where it shows it, between the left atrium and right atrium. So when your doctor is talking to you about heart, these upper chambers, these two upper chambers, so right here, these are your atriums, and then the bottom two, here and here, are your ventricles. Yeah, so that's your right and left ventricle. So the occurrence of this happening is about 1 out of nearly 4,000 babies in the US alone are born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, and that is roughly just over 1,000 babies every year. So the causes in most of these babies are unknown. Some babies have heart defects because of changes in their genes or chromosomes. So this could just be the fact that like a smash of different genetics and chromosomes from your parents or family history and stuff could be just clashing strangely. Or these types of heart defects also are thought to be caused by a combination of genes and other risk factors, such as things the mother comes in contact with in the environment, or what mothers eat, drinks, and medications they use. Again, these are just kind of thoughts. They aren't thoroughly proven, but they're just kind of theories. So diagnosis, most babies with HLHS are diagnosed during pregnancy, and also soon, and others are diagnosed soon after being born. During pregnancy, you'll get a screening test called a prenatal test, and it checks for birth defects or other odd conditions, and hypoplastic left heart syndrome is one of the things that they can diagnose through taking that test. Some findings from the ultrasound may make the healthcare provider suspect the baby may have hypoplastic left heart syndrome, and if so, the healthcare provider can request a fetal cardiographic, a test that uses sound waves and images to provide views of the heart chambers and measure how well the heart is pumping. That test, an ultrasound. So it's pretty much a whole ultrasound of the baby's heart. Echocardiogram. There we go. That's how you say that. So this is used to confirm the diagnosis. This test can show problems with the structure of the heart and how the heart is working with this defect. So after the baby is born, you can tell that something is wrong by maybe they have problems breathing, they have a protruding heart, weak pulse, or ashed, bruised, colored looking skin. With my son, he was breathing with his stomach opposed to his chest. He was really bluish looking, and he ended up vomiting a lot. He wasn't gaining weight. Those were all signs that his heart was failing. So they have a 3-surgery plan, which is the Norwood, the Glen, and the Fontan, which I'm going to be covering in future videos. I believe tomorrow's is Norwood, and then the day after is Glen, and the day after that is Fontan. And also a healthy diet. While they're in the hospital, they might use like a feeding tube and stuff. And then medications is another method of their treatment, but the 3 surgeries are a must. Infants who have these surgeries are not cured. I was told that these surgeries pretty much just make the heart functional enough to get the child through childhood, and once they become an adult, they will need a transplant. So I will be sure to leave this website linked below. There are plenty of websites that you can check out apart from this one that provide information very similar to this, and you can also talk to your cardiologist. They're going to throw a whole bunch of big words and information at you, but they're normally pretty good at explaining things if you ask for clarification. Yeah, so that is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you have a HLHS child, or if you have HLHS, I would love it if you commented down below and told me a little bit about your story. I love hearing about other people who are going through the same thing. My son is 7 now, so he has undergone all the surgeries and everything, and he's doing very well. I'm always curious to hear about adults who have HLHS and who are like thriving, and I like to know kind of what to expect in the future, which I know lots of parents with newborns in this exact situation are looking to people like me to know what life is going to be like after the surgeries and during the surgeries and just stuff like that. So feel free to comment down below where you're at in this journey, and I would love to just kind of chat about it. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's video, and that's all for today. Bye bye!